President Trump, an assassin tried to Trump. Okay.
Political violence is a necessary, is sort of inherent to politics and power.
Given Trump's policies, do you think it's understandable for somebody to want to take him out?
Oh yeah, I think a lot of us want to.
Really?
We're a nonviolent peace group. I believe in self-defense.
He's talking for himself about that.
What do you think?
Okay, he's joking.
We should kill all the people who oppose peace.
You're with some right-wing group. I can tell already.
Okay, I'm just trying to have a discussion, but...
You know, there are a lot of right-wing reactionary fascists who pose as journalists. Are you aware of that?
I am aware of that. I don't think that's me.
No, I know.
Hey guys, this is Comrade Matt Miller here today in New York City in Washington Square Park on Mayday, the socialist holiday where protesters come out to try to take down the capitalist system. When you're in Mamdani's Soviet New York, you got to look the part, so I have my North Korean communist hat today, trying to fit in and blend in as much as I can. We're asking protesters today, what was their reaction to a left-wing lunatic trying to take out and kill President Trump last weekend in Washington, D.C.? Let's go talk to some folks and see what their reaction is to political violence. Somebody tried to kill President Trump last weekend.
Yeah.
What was your response to that, or your reaction?
I thought it was a little funny. I don't really know if it was an actual attempt, like a sincere attempt to kill the president. I'm not, actually there won't be certain things I'll say, but I do think it is kind of a political ploy to...
You think it was faked?
I think so. I mean, considering how you would expect there to be more security, or there'd be stronger measures of security, and there wasn't. They kind of lacked that, so I'm not sure. It's hard to believe that it was actually a sincere act.
Well, given Trump's policies, do you think it's understandable for somebody to want to take him out?
Oh yeah, I think a lot of us want to.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, largely speaking, do you think political violence is good or is the solution to the problem?
I actually don't. I majored in peace and conflict studies, so a form of acts of resolutions should not be violent. And I also am not one to advocate for violence, but more so peaceful resolutions, right? But it's frustrating. I get people are really frustrated with the state of the world and with the state of the current administration.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of understandable, especially, you know, if somebody thinks he's a fascist or comparing him to Hitler.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
You think he is? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is a fascist.
Do you think that...
He's an idiot.
And he's an idiot?
Yeah.
Well, last question I had for you is, it's the middle of a work day today, and I was curious, like, do you have a job that you're a union member, you said, right?
Yeah, I am a union member. I'm actually a community organizer for a nonprofit organization. We do advocacy in sexual and reproductive health care.
So are you skipping work to do this today, or?
Yes and no. My job is very supportive of me being in attendance to this, so that's, you know, this is part of my work. Like, this is what I do, like showing up, being in solidarity, even as an individual. It's what I do.
Mind if I ask you, somebody tried to kill President Trump last weekend in D.C. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people think that it was just a put-up job.
Happy Mayday, everyone!
What was that? I'm sorry.
A lot of people think it was fake.
Do you think it was fake?
I don't know.
What was your reaction to it?
Well, I don't really care.
You don't care if somebody tried to kill the president?
No, I mean, Vance would probably be even worse.
You say that political violence should be off the table?
Should political violence? Well, that's a very broad topic.
Well, like, trying to kill somebody over politics or political beliefs, should that be?
Yeah, that should be off the table. That's not, that's not what we're about. We're a nonviolent peace group. I believe in self-defense.
He's talking for himself about that.
What do you think?
Okay, he's joking.
We should kill all the people who oppose peace.
What do you think?
No, don't interview me.
Okay. Understood.
Fighting for peace for 40 years.
Fighting for peace?
40+ years.
And you were just joking about trying to, wanting to kill people, right?
I can't tell you that. You can't.
No, because there are people who come stick a microphone in your face and say, and almost try to
I'm not trying to do that.
I know. Yeah, you're being very.
Guys with
You're
red
being very
stars in their hats,
respectful.
they wouldn't do that.
That's you got a Bolshevik hat on.
That's right. I'm Connecticut.
What do you represent?
I'm so young and kind of figuring out my politics, but today I'm a communist. Go Mayday.
Read your Lenin.
Yes, I got to brush up on him. Thank you. All right, I'm glad to see that my hat is such a hit out here. I've had 6 people so far comment on the hat. I believe that it's either a Chinese or North Korean communist military hat. So these people love it. Somebody tried to kill President Trump last weekend in D.C. What was your response to that?
I don't support that kind of political violence. I do not. But on the other hand, when the old world is dying, as Gramsci said, the monsters come out. So we're dealing with a lot of monsters now.
When people refer to President Trump as Hitler or fascist, do you think that feeds into or inspires people to take action accordingly?
Well, there's no question that he has set the climate for increased violence. I think most of the violence is by loners and people with mental health problems who really need another demonstration that we need a decent healthcare system and also gun control.
Okay. Well, you said Trump set that tone, or the shooter set that tone?
Trump and his people have set that tone. Absolutely, overwhelmingly. Yeah, I mean, they released the rioters and January 6th. What is that message?
When the left riots and burns down Minneapolis or Portland or many other cities, does that do the same thing?
Oh, the left hasn't burned down any cities. The violence against the left is always greater than...
I've reported in them, and a research institute, the Center for Strategic and International Studies, came out and said that recently left-wing violence has greatly overtaken right-wing violence in America.
I don't believe that a
You
bit.
don't believe it?
No, I don't trust your source.
Oh, okay.
There's a problem with social media sourcing, my friend. Yeah. No.
Oh, it's like a think tank with researchers and.
It sounds like a Fox News story. No.
You don't think that Antifa and Black Lives Matter burned down cities, or even this city right here, New
No
York?
city's been burned down. Were you at the Black Lives Matter demonstrations?
Yes, I covered all of them in D.C.
Millions of people in the streets, overwhelmingly nonviolent.
Billions of dollars in property damage was caused by,
You're with some right-wing group. I can tell already.
Okay, I'm just trying to have a discussion, but.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Didn't want to have a discussion, I guess. So, can I...
Wait, but we just want to get your info. There are a lot of right-wing reactionary fucking fascists who pose as journalists. Are you aware of that?
I am aware of that. I don't think that's me.
No, I know.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's funny because right-wing fascists, if a conservative came out here and wanted to talk to the protesters, would that be okay?
Are you a conservative?
Am I a conservative?
Yeah.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah, but
I don't have a lot of...
So you have a red star on your hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, it depends on the day of the week. Sometimes I'm a communist. Sometimes I'm a conservative, a capitalist.
let me just tell you, I'm not interested in doing the interview.
Why not?
I've just told you.
All right. Well, thank you. Did not go well with that guy.
Power to the workers.
Absolutely. Did you see somebody tried to kill President Trump last weekend at the White House Correspondents' Center? What was your reaction to that?
I'm never happy about things like that. We're a peaceful organization. We aim for peace.
Yeah.
So it is just a little bit crazy everything that's going on. It's sad.
Absolutely. Would you say political violence should be off the table?
Political violence, it should be off the table. However, we have to be very affirmative about changes, about fighting in a good way for changes.
In a peaceful way, right?
If possible, in a peaceful way.
But when not possible?
If not possible, we have to organize. And through organizing, we find a solution together.
And sometimes is that solution violent? Because it sounded like you said there might be an exception to that, right?
It's hard to say. When you deal with human beings, a lot of things happens in a movement. If you look at throughout history, there's so many things that happened in the past. And our goal is to be a non-violent movement if possible. So we have to educate ourselves and fight, if possible, in a good way.
Union! 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 Happy Mayday, New York City!
All right, there's Mamdani, made an appearance today at the Mayday protest here in Washington Square Park. Last weekend, somebody tried to kill President Trump. What were your... Allegedly? What was your reaction to that?
I mean, I don't think it's very consequential, to be honest with you. I mean, even if he had succeeded, I mean, there's no world that he would have succeeded. But even if he had succeeded, I mean, there's all people out here chanting about fascism and authoritarianism and everything, and I think a lot of that is because people associate Trump as being like a sort of unique figure that embodies these ideas. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think that there are, sort of foundational tenets of America and American capitalism that, they have fascist authoritarian tendencies. I mean, the genocide in Gaza started under the Biden administration. Donald Trump is just a symptom of the greater issue, which is capitalism and sort of American hegemony.
We've seen in the past, like the history of left-wing movements, like the Bolshevik Revolution or the Cultural Revolution in China, often get violent, and that was an instance of political violence. Is political violence a good tool to bring about change? Is it sometimes effective?
What publication are you guys with?
I'm with my YouTube channel. I'm Matt Miller.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really. I mean, political violence is a necessary, is sort of inherent to politics and power. Political violence is enacted every day by the United States. The United States maintains its control over the rest of the world through violence.
President Trump, an assassin, tried to kill Trump. Okay, yeah. He tried to kill him the other day.
Right.
Did you see that in D.C.?
I did.
What was your response to that?
It's understandable, as much as the guy's manifesto and everything he seems like as a normal person as someone who tries to assassinate the president can be. So we're reaching sort of a point where we're moving from fringe, antisocial weirdos. I think the first guy's nickname in high school was school shooter. The second guy was like a weird, hyper, real deep into NATO guy.
The guy at the golf course?
The guy at the golf course. Yeah. And now we have a teacher who's this has gone too far. I can't continue to live with myself without doing something. And it's the reasonable person pushed to do unreasonable things kind of way. So
you think he was a reasonable person after what he did?
I think he was a reasonable person before what he did. It was a teacher, and it seems like circumstances and events pushed him to tunnel visioning on this is the solution. And taking out the president and the cabinet's not going to solve everything overnight, but I can understand the perspective where it's if I do this, then once again the institutions that the liberal institutions will take back over and normalcy will be restored. But that just won't be the case.
Do you think that the political rhetoric in this country plays a part, maybe from the media, maybe from certain lawmakers, plays a part in inspiring people to action like that?
The rhetoric, I don't, from a Democrat rhetoric, there is no call to violence as much as the Republicans frame it that way, where it's they said Trump's a bad person. They want people to assassinate him, but the Democrats have never had any hard lines. They've never used any violent rhetoric. At most, they've wagged their finger at him.
Well, do you think calling him a fascist or likening him to Hitler, if somebody took that literally, then there would be maybe a reasonable case to take action and eliminate them, right?
Someone called the Democrats have called him like a would-be dictator, like I think they've called him like a wannabe fascist, like a wannabe dictator, and I don't know specifically if any of them have directly compared him to Hitler, but
some have. Yeah, Kamala Harris did on the campaign trail, and people all the time, like Tim Walz, said that he's using the Gestapo, which is the Nazis.
Yeah.
And they call, a fascist. I mean, even they have called him a fascist. If a fascist was trying to take over our country, and the media and the Democrats are telling people that, wouldn't you expect some people to take action and do something about it?
You would expect like people to do something, but when you look at it, all three of the attempts have come term 2. We had a whole first term of no one really doing anything. We had all of the election of no one, like the second time where the first guy was not, I think, like Democrat aligned. It just seems like, I don't know if the rhetoric is what's motivating people to action. Like, you have all these people here. It's not so much the rhetoric of the Democratic Party that is motivating people to do things. It's the desire for change that is motivating people to be here and to take this action. I think like direct violent action comes from someone like a personal place.
Can we agree that political violence should be off the table? That that's not a solution?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that doesn't solve the problem. It just sort of exasperates the problem because it calcifies whatever like pre-held opinions either side already had about the other.
Okay. Absolutely. We'll end it there then. Thank you so much for the good conversation. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too.